This week on Outdoor Bound TV. If you love to catch monster pike on open water, well, you're in luck. On this week's show, we return to the far northern reaches of Manitoba, Canada, for some of the best pike fishing we've ever seen. Prostaffer Bryan Bogdan takes us to the waters of Wekusko Lake, where we trade in our spinning rods and jigs for bait casting reels, heavy rods, and musky plugs. That's right, we're targeting monster pike with musky tackle.
Unbelievable.
Look at that walleye.
There we go. Right there.
There we go.
Pretty incredible.
That's what I'm talking about.
Very intense.
Look at the size of that northern. Awesome, awesome.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Mission by Matthews and Vortex Optics.
Mission Crossbow sets a new standard in crossbow design with the all-new Sub 1. With over 26 revolutionary patents, including 80% let-off SyncX cam system and CNC machined flight deck, the Sub 1 is the most accurate crossbow the world has ever seen. Featuring benchmark fire control, the Sub 1 is the first crossbow that allows you to safely decock with the push of a button. Unparalleled maneuverability, quality, and accuracy. The Sub 1 redefines the crossbow experience.
Hush your mouth. I told y'all mother, y'all can't stop me now. Listen to me now. I'm lasting 20 rounds. And if you want me, then come on get me now. Is you with me now? Then biggie bounce. I know you dig the way I switch my style. Holla, holla.
New Mountain Dew Ice. A clear, refreshing lemon lime dew.
Big Bear Down. Whether you're looking for a sweet recipe for bear bait or quality bear scents, we've got you covered. Big Bear Down offers all their bait selections by the bag, the barrel, or in bulk. From crushed sugar cones, trail mix, and granola to our syrups, frostings, and bait toppings, we've got the variety to keep the most cautious bears coming back again and again. Big Bear Down scents can be used as an attractant or cover scent and draws bears in from miles around. Look for Big Bear Down by our distributing at 2 convenient Wisconsin locations or at a retailer near you.
Hi everyone, welcome to Outdoor Bound TV. I'm Kurt Walbeck. You know, sometimes in fishing you kind of need to throw the book away and try something totally out of the ordinary. On this week's show, Prostaffer Bryan Bogdan and I are in northern Manitoba targeting pike. The problem with pike, how do you catch just big fish and not all those small little hammer handles? Well, we decide to leave the spinning gear home. We break out the bait casting reels, the heavy rods, and our musky equipment because we're going to target monster Manitoba pike. Let's head out onto the water right now. It's a bit of a wind change today, isn't it?
Which is actually could be, depending on my theory, the wind will be coming not really through, like it'll be coming through that bay and pushing stuff into where I think why they're coming up there and onto that shelf.
Okay.
So it'll actually be fairly protected in there, very protected for wind.
I'll get the net for you, Kurt. Okay.
fish. Good way to start the day.
Right at the boat. Oh, look at that. Threw the livid fish right at the net.
There you go.
Oh, that's a good way to start the day.
Yeah.
Look at that. You know, we're here in northern Manitoba. You've seen us ice fish on Wekusko Lake before, and we have caught some beautiful, beautiful trout. We've caught beautiful northern pike and beautiful walleyes. So we said, let's come back up in the summer and see if we can find some of these big pike. I'm throwing a livid fish from Nays Baits, and we just got into some weeds. Brian had one boil just a second ago, and on the very next cast I had one hit. So we're going to return him in the water and see if we can find his bigger brother.
Absolutely. They're in here.
Oh, there's a fish. Oh, this is a good fish, Kurt.
Is it?
Okay, big boil up there. Oh, I can't even, it took me in the cabbage. Come on. Oh. Come on.
I'll give you a hand there.
I can't move him. I think it took me right down deep in this cabbage and hit like a freight train with a big boil. He's taking good drag out.
Oh. I saw the tail flash.
That was our fish.
And gone.
That was our fish. Well, that's the thing when you're fishing this heavy cabbage, you know, it's imperative you have big heavy gear. You're kind of thinking bass. You just got to get them up out of that cabbage and get them to the boat. As soon as they go down deep in that, you know, they can just bury themselves. It's actually up here, we've seen it ice fishing where they nose dive and they come up with mud. Well, they do the same thing in the summer. They just bury in the bottom of that cabbage, and you got to pull the cabbage with them. And we're using barbless hook here in Manitoba. It's mandatory. And as soon as they get a little bit of that slack, they can toss her.
Yeah,
so,
and that's he came up. We just saw the tail, and you can see him toss.
That was a solid fish, but. You know, there's more in there, so
right.
Nays baits are definitely working. These livid fish is the first time I've really used them up here in Canada. They're not well known up here, more of a Midwest thing, but they're definitely going to my pike arsenal, that's for sure.
Well, and they really are a musky bait. They're popular in the Midwest for muskies. They make the livid fish and the tin head, and it's kind of our go-to bait for our musky fishing. But boy, I tell you, up here for these big northern pike,
yeah,
I think
and
they like it.
You know, you can throw little stuff and you can catch all the little fish in the world, but if you want big fish, sometimes you just got to throw big baits.
That's right. All right, let's do it.
Right at the boat, right at the boat, right at the boat.
I actually caught a piece of cabbage on the very last beam, so I just power drove it to rip that cabbage through, and this thing came and demolished it at the surface. Oh man, it's a decent fish. Oh, look at all the cabbage he went into. Grass. That's a heavy fish. He almost doesn't fit in the net. Maybe he's a bit bigger than I thought he was.
That's actually a pretty good fish.
That is a very solid fish. Look at the size of that northern.
Boy, and he did. I saw you rip it. I kind of caught out of the corner of my eye, and I saw him flash and come up, and that's a beautiful pike.
Yeah, probably a 37-inch, 12, 14-pound fish. And big girth on them. Like, they're not rails up here at all, just like the walleyes.
Yep.
That's one of the forage. Maybe they eat big walleyes, so they got thick pike, but awesome, awesome.
Oh, what a beautiful fish.
Yeah, let's get them unhooked and get them down.
All right.
Wonder if this is submerged wild rice. Fish. Well, I can see a whole bunch of bait busting up beside it. Oh, he's going sideways on you. Could be a better fish. Oh, it looked pretty good there, Kurt. I'll get the net. Looked pretty good.
All right. Look at that. Spit that bait right at the net again. Look at this bait, and you can see he took it right into the grass. But this is kind of the old traditional red and white. It was my second cast with this bait. Boy, he just attacked it. Now there's some submerged weeds here, and instead of a straight retrieve, what I was doing is just twitching it across the top. And this livid fish will float up, and then when you twitch it, it comes down and then floats up and comes down, and about the third twitch, he inhaled it. What do you think, Brian? Probably 35-inch fish?
Yeah, 35 inch.
Just solid, really good. You know, that's one of the things when we've been up here with Brian ice fishing at Wekusko Falls Lodge, we put some incredible pike on the ice, upwards of 42, 43, 44 inches even. And one of the things we notice is how girthy these fish are. They're not rails by any means, they're just really nice solid fish. And this one's another perfect example.
Gin clear water, no excuse why they would be able to see it. Figure that out. Oh, fish. Yeah,
all right, see him?
Heavier than I thought he was.
Yeah.
You can see they got a little bit of feed on. When I first caught him, you can see a little bulge in there, so he's got something sitting in him. But wind's blowing in here, just fishing the cabbage, typical pike fishing.
Perfect day. There's a fish. Same thing, twitching right over that cabbage, and he come up and just nailed it.
He's got power. Like, these aren't little rods we're using.
No, they're not. We're using all musky equipment, musky baits.
Oh, he's a lot better than I thought he was.
That's a good fish.
He's way better than I thought he was.
Nice.
You know, just another 35, 36, 37-inch northern. That's way better fish than I thought it was, Kurt.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Girthier than... Okay,
you got him,
Brian. Oh yeah, definitely weight-wise, he's... that's a good fish.
Yeah, that's probably 36, I'd say.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Mm-hmm.
Again, nice and thick. Incredible. Manitoba. Fish?
Yeah, it's a decent fish. I saw him flash there. Saw him turn the corner actually as soon as he hit you. Oh, he's eating the cabbage. Come on, girl.
I might be able to hand bomb him. He's pretty quiet.
Is he?
He's pretty quiet. There we go. Still quiet.
Look at that. Another nice fish.
Just like that. He's got the bait through his mouth. There we go.
Now you've got a fish making a pass here, but that's not the fish that's been making the
No.
multiple passes, is it?
No.
Wow. Folks, don't go away. There'll be more Outdoor Bound TV right after these messages.
Let's get this guy back. Get some bigger ones.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Amsoil Synthetic Lubricants and Mountain Dew.
Excellent. Oh, there's a good one. Awesome.
Beautiful fish.
Look at how he ate that,
He
too.
ate that Google Eye jig.
This is the Google Eye. It's available in a live bait series and then a long hook shank series. And what we did is we took a glass rattle and built it into the middle of the round jig head. And just bouncing it, it hits the bottom, that glass rattle's rattling and it's sending off vibration in this dirty water in this river. And that's the result right there.
This one's coming home with me.
Have you been dreaming of a dealership that treats you like a real person? Is it a time that you had an experience that you want to have? At Colby Chrysler Center, we want your total dealership experience to be about honest, low-pressure sales, our genuine 5-star service department, and a trusted relationship that lasts long after the sale. Stop in today and see why Colby Chrysler Center can make your dream a reality. Welcome home to Colby Chrysler.
Room Motors has been serving central Wisconsin since 1947 and offers a full line of quality Kubota tractors, mowers, and RTVs. Let the knowledgeable staff at Rue Motors help you select the best Kubota RTV for you and your family. From weekend food plot maintenance to projects around your yard, you can count on Rue Motors for all your quality Kubota products at both convenient locations.
Rue Motors. Take the short drive up Highway 45 in Anigo and Burnhamwood.
Whoa, into the runner. Oh my goodness. Oh man, he's on still. Oh, did he? I think so. I'm not sure. He went right in the middle of this cabbage bed now.
Oh, that's a good fish, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a pretty solid fish.
Yeah, there he goes.
That's a heavy fish.
That is
a heavy fish. That is incredible. That is pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
And you know what's really cool? We've been out here fishing, what, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Half hour at the
Yeah,
most?
in the first 15 we didn't catch a fish, and
That's
now
right.
it's bang, bang, bang. But, you know, we found a technique that worked. We caught that first one on the grass, ripping and twitching it hard. So that's what I started doing, is just, and because you caught one shortly after that, twitching with that traditional. And so I've just been, well, doing that, just twitch it, more like a twitch bait than a plug, perhaps, and it's producing fish.
Yeah, it is awesome.
Yeah.
Incredible fish.
Good girth on that. You couldn't take two hands to get around.
Look at that. Yeah, it does.
Big back.
I tell you what, Manitoba has it all, folks. It is an unbelievable place to fish. Northern Manitoba, Wekusko Falls Lodge. We're here with Bryan and his wife Alyssa. We love coming up here. This is one of our annual stops, and this is why.
Awesome.
Nice fish.
There you go.
There's a fish. He hit it right at the surface, Bryan.
Yeah, I heard a splash.
Oh.
I wasn't sure what was going on.
He's gonna wake up eventually here. Oh. Oh yeah, double. No.
Huh. Need help with yours?
I can get him, Bryan.
Okay. The naze bait.
And naze bait. Look at that.
A lot of
incredible. Boy, what a fun day.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm telling you, it doesn't get much better than this.
Mm-hmm.
Good
A
day.
lot of fun.
Awesome.
Oh, there we go. Oh, one just busted up bait beside us.
That is a good fish. Thick fish. No, we're gonna tuck him out so that he sits pretty in the. Oh. Got out beat up one day. Whoa! Need to break a rod or anything.
Oh, right there. Oh, look at that.
Well, we might see it pop. Your lure might pop up.
Well, I don't think, you know, he swiped at the lure and he missed it, right? And he came back to swipe it, and I think what he did is he caught the braid as he was coming back above the...
Yeah, we should see the... There's a lure right here.
Look at that. I'm running braid on here. I've got a Suffix 832 braid, and we've got about a 12-inch lead on here. And as you can see, that fish cut the braid about 3 feet from the bait. Now what was happening, the bait was coming in, I saw him make a flash at it, he missed the bait, I let up and he came back to swipe back and he actually ran into the line. And you don't think Pike's teeth are sharp? Look at that, he cut right through that braid. Incredible.
I don't want to tighten it up too much. Oh, but he took our run. Spot lock ourselves here. We've been fishing the tight cabbage closer to shore, and there's a lot of, you know, we're using our graph even for pike fishing. Looking, we're seeing a lot of submerged cabbage in a little deeper 11-12 foot of water, and so just started laying some casts out in that deeper stuff, and sure enough, we got something that looks pretty good. We had a look at him and he's just, oh, he's trying to go into the cabbage. Get out of there. Look at that submarine down there. I think he's 40. I'm gonna say he's gonna be close to 40 anyhow. That Naze livid fish just in the corner of the mouth. So much power. Anyway, we got 20-pound braid on here on an 8.5 foot heavy action rod, and they can still tear you up. Ooh. Oh boy, that is a thick fish. That is one. Oh man, he's just not done. I'm gonna try doing it over the boat. No net. That is a beautiful. Whoa, that was a big mouth. Oh. Not by much. Basically just a little bit of skin on there. Just like that. Now, you want to talk about northern pike. That is a northern pike. Northern Manitoba. You know, it's the land of the giants. Proof to the pudding right there. Unbelievable. What a tank. If you want to catch big fish like we talked about with walleye and an earlier show this week, you know, you got to sometimes fish a little different. Decide to go a little deeper water, fish stuff that was just submerged cabbage instead of stuff that was up against the surface, and you know, there's probably a few more of these tanks sitting down there waiting to feed. Awesome fish. Amazing. Over there. Oh, 42. That's a different 42. What a fish.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by the W.C. Russell Moccasin Company and Naze Baits.
Jensen & Son Asphalt Paving and Maintenance, your #1 source for professional paving and driveway sealing in north central Wisconsin. Jensen & Son is a local, family-owned and operated business. We have all the resources to get the job done right. No project is too big or too small, and we strive to exceed your expectations on time, every time. For affordable pricing and high-quality workmanship, call us today for a free estimate. Jensen & Son Asphalt Paving and Maintenance. We top them all.
What we chase cannot simply be caught. And what propels us takes far more than fuel. The distance we go is never measured in miles. And we find there's always more at the end of the line. Your moment is out there. Find it.
Since 1957, Meyer Buildings has offered full design and project management for your farm, equestrian, commercial, and storage building needs. Our recreational building line specializes in the design and construction of affordable, remote area buildings for the outdoorsman.
Whether it's a hunting cabin, lake home, workshop, or commercial facility, Meyer Buildings will design and build a building that is uniquely tailored to your needs.
My name is Jeff Meyer from Meyer Recreational Buildings. Call us today for a better way to build.
We handle your races, your jumps, and your trails. Isn't it time you give your daily driver the same love? AmSoil Signature Series Synthetic Motor Oil delivers 75% more engine protection against horsepower loss and wear than required by leading industry standards. And now, ordering AmSoil is even easier. Simply log on to qcamsoil.myamsoil.com and have quality AmSoil products delivered right to your door.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Brewpub Pizza and Kalen's Fishing Baits.
Get the nut for this boy. Get the nut for this boy. Oh, that is a beautiful fish. He's still owning me here. Look at this fish. Look at all the shoulders on this thing. Oh, wait, lead you up. Oh. Look at that size of that thing. Is it a muskie or a pike? We don't have muskies, so we know it's a pike. Oh, is he gonna fish? Oh no! Oh, broke the net! Oh my god! Look at that! That is a tank! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh. Look at that fish. There we go. Look at the size of that fish. Oh, that is a heavy. Look at how thick that fish is. Like, that is incredible. Oh my goodness. That is awesome.
I tell you what, we've had an incredible time here once again in northern Manitoba, Wekusko Falls Lodge. We're staying with Bryan and his wife Alyssa here, and I'd tell you, there's not a time we come here we don't have a blast, whether it be walleye, lake trout, and now big pike.
Absolutely. This is a lot of fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right.
Folks, we hope that you'll join us again here next week. We'll bring you more great hunting and fishing action from around the Midwest, around the nation, and around the world, right here on Outdoor Bound TV.
This is awesome.
Awesome fish.
All right.
Let's measure him up.
Look how big that thing.
Check out that northern pike here.
If you want to get some tips on how to catch giant northern pike like this up, look
at this northern Manitoba tangled mess.
Hey folks, it's Bryan Bogdan.
Hey, if you want up to the date, up to the minute, oh, you got a nice trophy.
I do, yeah. That's a 38 incher, 40 incher right there.